Yeah. What does the future hold for 360 Promotions? Are larger scale shows, bigger names?
Yeah, these are fun shows. These are have become the most popular local series here in Southern California, developing talent, and then doing what we did before with HBO, just getting them to the bigger platforms. So there's a lot of fighters right on the cusp making that transition to the bigger platforms. Actually, Triple G's fighting June 8th in Madison Square Garden. I was just up there yesterday in his training camp in Big Bear, California, training with Jonathan Banks. Looks in tremendous shape. He's ready to get back in the ring. He's excited. This will be his debut on DAZN USA, and return to his hometown here in the States in Madison Square Garden.
It's a fresh start for Gennady Golovkin, somewhat of a new team, a new network, new platform. Talk to us about how you guys feel as a whole, as a team, just going into this part of Gennady's career.
Well, Triple G's had his team together for so long. This is it's a new television platform, new trainer, and so there's a few new things, but we expect him to put on another big drama show. He's got a lot of knockouts left in him. We're gonna see how he does against Steve Rolls. Steve Rolls undefeated from Canada. That's one of those fights you can't sleep on because he's got a lot of motivation. Rolls does. In one night, he can change everything that Triple G has planned, that we have planned for him. Canelo just did his part. He beat Danny Jacobs. If Triple G can beat Steve Rolls on June 8th, then it would be great to give the fans that third fight. But first things first, he's got to focus on Steve Rolls. We got a great undercard. Ali Akhmedov is going to be on the show. Brian Ceballos is going to be on the show. We got it's going to be a tremendous undercard. So it'll be exciting for the fans. I know the New York fans want to see Triple G back live at the Garden, and like I said, on DAZN. It'll be internationally in over 100 countries.
Yeah. How hard was it to build Gennady to the star that he is today? It's been a very long journey, but you got a star in Gennady Golovkin. How was that process? How could you explain it to the fans?
It wasn't easy. When the TV networks didn't want to show him, when the fighters didn't want to fight him, especially the champions didn't want to fight him, it wasn't easy. I was basically begging HBO, begging Showtime, even Epix at that time was showing fights. So we were going to do a deal with one of them that would give him the opportunity. And finally we got the opportunity on HBO. It was September 2012 when he was pretty much unknown except for the hardcore fight fans. He was unknown here in the United States, and through a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, through a lot of knockouts. Gennady did his job in the ring. He was knocking everybody out at that time. He had a 23 knockout streak going, 20 championship title defenses. So he did his thing inside the ring. We did our thing outside the ring. Kept pushing him. We had him with all the global sponsors. Tecate, Chivas, Jordan Brand, Hugo, Bijan. We had so many different global brands with him, and he just took his career to a whole different level. Now he's involved in the biggest fights in boxing, the two biggest pay-per-views. The last two were, Canelo sold out T-Mobile Arena 2 times, and like I said, through a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of knockouts, a lot of promotion. He's one of the top fighters in the sport of boxing.
Tom, I gotta ask you, if you guys are successful, it's June 18th, is it?
June 8th.
June 8th.
June 8th at the Garden in New York.
You guys could be looking at a possible third fight with Canelo. How much different do you think things will be heading into that fight without Abel Sanchez, so to speak? It seems like there was a lot of bad blood between the camps, but maybe more specifically between Abel Sanchez and Canelo's camp. It was a little bit more personal.
Abel made it entertaining.
Yeah.
He definitely made the promotion, the whole build-up entertaining. His interaction with Canelo and the trainers. But Jonathan Banks, I think, will bring. Look, I feel that Triple G's undefeated under Abel Sanchez. We don't believe that he lost that last fight, at worst a draw. But with that being said, there's always room for improvement. So we'll see what Jonathan can bring to the table. He's going to bring his style. Look, he had a tremendous run with Vladimir Klitschko, also Cecilia Brækhus. So we feel that with Jonathan and the chemistry that Triple G has developed with Jonathan Banks right now, hopefully he can bring him to a whole different level than where he was. And then even though we felt that he's undefeated, that maybe he could be even more dominant against Canelo.
It's not like he needs drastic change. I mean, those fights with Canelo is like it's not like he completely has
At one
to.
point, a lot of people forget it was 2 judges scored the 12th round for Triple G. If only one of those judges, then he would have kept his titles. And the 12th round was one of the most decisive rounds for Triple G. There was an uproar on social media that how did the 2 judges score the 12th round for Canelo? So that's how close it was. But again, we're not going to dwell on that. We're not going to look backwards. We're looking forwards. We have this deal with the Zone. Triple G, like I said, he's got the new trainer in Jonathan Banks, and he's looking forward to being even more dominant than he was before.
And talk to us about the young fighters you're building up in your promotions like Bohachik and
Sorry, Bohachik.
super middleweight you got here.
As I mentioned, and then Alan Becic. That's a tremendous fight. Alan Becic versus Benjamin Simon, both from Germany. We're honored to put that title fight on here in Hollywood, California. That's the reputation that we built up with Hollywood Fight Nights. The trainer for Alan Becic, he works. He's a personal trainer where Vladimir Klitschko had his training camp in Austria. So he saw the Hollywood shows. He's like, I want Alan to fight there. We made a spot for him, and the rest is history. Now it's going to be a tremendous fight for the fans. Like I said, Brian Sabayo, he's going to fight at Madison Square Garden. Brian's 8-0 right now. He's taken a big step up in this fight, and he's going to be on the Triple G Promotions show. Ali Akhmedov is with Triple G Promotions, and so we expect big things from Ali Akhmedov. We really believe that he's going to be a future world champion at 168. This will be a showcase fight for him at Madison Square Garden, and I think he's only a couple fights away from a world title.
And can I just ask your thoughts on the fight, the Canelo-Jacobs fight? How did you see Canelo? Did he look like he learned a few things from the Gennady fights? Did he look better?
I think Canelo learned a lot from the Triple G fights. You saw he was very tentative in the first fight, very defensive. He was moving around a lot. Second fight, you can tell his confidence since he went the distance the first fight. The second fight, he had more confidence. And I think he learned a lot. You got to give Canelo credit. Triple G beat Danny. Canelo beat Danny. A lot of respect to Danny. I think those are probably the only 2 guys that might be able to beat Danny Jacobs at this stage in their career. But didn't have that same fireworks, that same intensity as when Triple G was fighting Canelo. And that's what the fans want to see. They want to see that third fight. They want to see them back in the ring. They want to see a slugfest. A lot of times when you have a rematch, the second fight's not as exciting as the first fight. The second fight between Triple G and Canelo was more exciting because Canelo stood his ground and made it more exciting with Triple G coming at him. So I think the third fight, with Canelo's confidence now being even higher, going the distance twice with Triple G, beating Danny Jacobs, I think that'll be even a more exciting fight if that fight happens. But if Triple G doesn't beat Steve Rolls June 8th, then we're not talking about a third fight.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.